I'm Zach. I'm an automotive BT major at Morrisville.
My name is Danny. I'm a senior automotive BT.
My name is Joe, automotive BT.
My name is Zach, automotive BT, and this is our Fleet 400 project. So when driving a vehicle on a dyno, there's a few things that you need to be worried about, specifically fluids and airflow. So, for instance, here we have our coolant, or Langenlugels, your choice. That's nice and full.
Nice.
Put that back in there. Next we have power steering fluid, nice and full. Don't mind the little seep there, that's just from earlier. Next we check our oil, which yeah, it's full. And then brake fluid. And lastly, clutch fluid. So you can see everything's full and there aren't any significant leaks. So now we're ready to start checking the suspension.
So the next thing you want to check when running a car on the dyno is tire condition. That involves any dry rot in the sidewalls or in the tread, uneven tread wear, bulges, or any rocks in the tire, rocks in the treads, or any cord showing. If any of those are evident on the tire, then you need new tires before you can run out the dyno.
All right, after checking your tires, you want to make sure your lug nuts are torqued to spec. You only want to do this considering you get going high speed array and you don't want a tire flying off. So we're just going to check these real quick. We're just doing this just to make sure that these babies don't come flying off. After they're all torqued, we're going to check the pressures and make sure everything's good to go.
Tell me you're loose.
You also want to check air pressure to make sure that the tire doesn't blow up while you're doing the dyno. We first would like to check the tire pressure right at the door to see it's a recommended factory specs. It reads. Where's it read? It doesn't even say it. Does it say that? It doesn't even have it.
Where am I? Mike did, good ahead.
All right, straight. A little bit. Good, good. You're on.
So once the car is lined up on the lift, we need to drop the bar in between the rollers, and we will center the vehicle and drive. Drop down, we'll put it in first and center the vehicle on the rollers. Centered. Now it's centered, so we can put it in neutral and we will strap it up.
All right, number one thing you want to do when hooking a car to a dyno is make sure you do safety first. What we're going to do is we're going to cross these. He's got factory tow hooks, so we're going to set that up right now.
I'm on over here.
Good. Then you're going to ratchet it down. Right now you don't want them super tight because we're going to straighten it out, but we're going to get them tight enough, and then when we get it set, we're going to tighten it down real good.
So when ratchet strapping a car on a dyno to the front of the car, this one has two tow hooks that are again factory in the front. So we're using two straps. And what you want to do is you want to tighten the front down after you've already snugged the rear. So once the front's tight, then you'll go and finish tightening it down with the rear.
Another thing we can use is a wheel chuck, just to make sure the car is safely stuck to the ground. Crank them up. It's ready to go.
Alright, when putting a car on the dyno, you're going to want to make sure you have proper ventilation.
You'll be okay for a few minutes without the exhaust. That's why I make the tags.
So for our test, we're doing the power and torque curve. We're going to go test, performance, and power curve. There's few crucial inputs. Vehicle weight is obviously vehicle weight. Power at 50s, an aerodynamic factor, which helps the dyno load so you can actually get an accurate horsepower reading. And then the engine we're running, or the car we're running, has 4 cylinders, so we expect it to make peak torque and horsepower somewhere within this range. So that's the RPM range we're going to run this test at. So it's going to run at